You guys would spot. That's the wrong. Let's see. You guys would spot there is another entry point here in the back into the gambling hall as well as into the brothel. You guys would also spot that there is a fence doorway that leads into the gardens. It is unsurprisingly closed, but not overgrown. Not too much, at least. This brown section here on the map behind the gambling hall looks to be. Well, actually, are any of you familiar? I know at least one of you is. Surely more than one of you, now I think about it. It looks to be some form of stable. Long since emptied.
Zombie horse.
Do you look inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see inside, it is empty of living beings and unliving beings, fortunately. But you do see inside there is almost set up an inventory way, a saddle, barding of fine quality, as well as the desiccated, dry bone corpse of a horse.
Oh.
Yes.
It doesn't even have any meat left on it.
Not great.
Hawk approaches it.
What was that?
Hawk approaches it almost instinctively.
You begin walking up to it. Dry hay crunching softly underneath your boots as you enter into this quiet stable.
He makes his way right up to the corpse.
You make your way over to the corpse. Your companion standing at the stable's entryway. With your passive perception and to those of you next to her, you guys could hear Eva saying something to Giselle as she's beholding the approach. Caradoc, you're technically the only person that speaks the language, but you don't have the other component of it.
Okay.
In order to understand what Eva is saying to Giselle, you need to know this language, the one that you're thinking of, Fred, as well as have the Speak with Beasts spell active.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, that's
So
fun.
none of you can understand what she's actually saying to Giselle, aside from it sounds harmonious, melodic, rhythmic. At her behest, Giselle does fly and land on you, Hawk, tweeting soft comforts and hopes. You are stood in front of this pale white bone corpse of this horse. Without needing to roll, it must have been a majestic beast in life from its bone size and stature. No pony. It might have been a warhorse.
He not quite falls onto his knees, but he does get down onto his knees by its face. And with a slightly shaky hand, he gently places a hand on it and strokes its long horse face and leans in and whispers, "I wonder what your name was."
As you do that, I think Denver will take the opportunity to come in now. Since you've been in here for a minute, nothing's happened.
Denver, you begin entering in. Hawk, can you roll me a sanity check? Actually, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh, the horse talks back.
Make
First
it.
was-
I think make it an honor check.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I like that more. Interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Denver, you enter in, seeing your friend, quote unquote, friend, crouched next to this long, desiccated body, stroking its skull. What do you do?
I'm gonna let him have his moment, but I would like to try and figure out kind of what he's thinking. Gonna insight him.
Roll insight. An 18. 19 of Caradox nearby, which, from the sounds of it, no.
I was about to go in because he wants to say something to Hawk, but he doesn't know if they have the rapport yet. So he would be hovering
At the entryway.
I guess a little bit behind Denver.
Then congratulations, Denver. You get your +1.
Yippee!
Alec, you tell me, what does a 19 reveal?
Yeah, no. He definitely would have regaled Denver with this before. You look at Hawk, and the way he looks at this horse, he looks at it as though he is standing over the body of a deceased friend.
What I
This sort
thought.
of sense of familiarity. Recognition is more the word I would use.
I'll take a wee step back and give you a moment while I kind of quietly investigate the rest of the room.
There is little else in the stable, I'm afraid. It is enough to have several stalls, very large stalls, for any horses that would have come by, as well as both a reception area and a break room for any attendants of the stable. Of course, it has a storage place, an inventory to, as I said before, to house barding and saddles and things of that sort. Caradoc, you would know, being from Eulonia, which is not renowned for its horses like, say, distant nations, but certainly horses are very common in Eulonia. This building, this stable, must have received some very, how to say, extravagant, fine patrons for this amount of work. It's a valet system, essentially. Ready my horse. Bring me my horse. These are very common terms thrown around. And this is where all the magic happens, so to speak.
It's an expensive whorehouse, I see.
This section is technically the gambling hall.
Right.
Does Denver say that aloud?
No, I don't think I noticed the same things you do.
Oh, I see.
I don't know anything of this.
Denver, you are a fish out of water.
I'm mostly just looking to see if anything's gonna kill us while Hawk has his moment.
No,
the answer seems to be no.
Nothing hidden.
Very good. Then I just stand by him after that.
Hawk, at a 16 honor check, you might be getting your own fever dream. Maybe you've caught the plague. Maybe you're just burdened by sorrow or guilt. But you swear for but a moment that this horse skull had a golden light in its eye socket. But when you blinked, it had faded. It had passed. What do you do?
Am I going to take a horse skull?
Are you?
Oh, are you?
It'd be so cool to have a fucking horse skull.
Where would we even keep it?
Okay.
Fucking in his hands at all time, gently held.
I think Hawk kind of just barely glances over his shoulder shoulder, side eyes to see if anyone's watching him directly.
On your shoulder is Sat Giselle, who tweets. She's been there, giving you comforting tweets of comfort and acceptance and take your times. And as you look over your shoulder, seeing your companions paying you keen attention, Giselle does tweet. It surely knows best as a familiar and an animal. It ushers you to do what you're thinking.
With a deep breath and a hurried hand, he will take this horse's skull and put it into his pack as he kind of shrugs it off onto the ground. And he tries desperately to put the flap over it, but I mean, it's a horse's skull.
Yeah, that's just an eyeball peeking out. Just hello. Well, eye socket.
And feeling as though maybe he's wasted the other's time, he very quickly puts his backpack back on, and I'm gonna try to take some of that tack and saddle as well.
The barding will be easy enough. The saddle, on the other hand, will be harder. Just due to its size.
Yeah, it's designed to go on a friggin' horse.
Indeed.
Let's see here. I assume it's a typical riding saddle.
Correct.
Yes, that's a whole 25 pounds. I mean, I can carry it, I think.
You can carry it. It will be a bit cumbersome, but you can carry it.
Yeah, it wouldn't put me over, so... yeah, I'll take the... and... I assume by barding you mean like just the straps and that, because typically for barding and 5e, it's like the armor of the horse, which I assume that's not here.
No, that would
Like
be... what am I thinking of?
The
Like
bit
the thing
and the
that...
reins?
The bit and the reins, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have that.
Cool. And a saddle. Which... I won't add the reins in. I'll just assume that comes with the saddle.
Yeah.
It's 25 pounds. Cool. And of course that won't fit my pack, but 25 pounds, I'm carrying it in both my hands.
You could probably keep it leaned on your shoulder, so you might have a free hand to do stuff with if need be. Definitely be taxing upon your upper arm of the hand, keeping it propped up, but at a moment's notice, you would still be able to free up a hand.
Yeah, and I think at this moment, with this, shoving these reins and horse skull into his backpack and sort of putting this saddle over his shoulder and holding it in place with one hand, despite the weight of it, I think the rest of the team sees in Hawk this drive that he hasn't shown once since we've met.
I am so happy you just said that. Very good.
Why?
Check your chat.
Oh.
The general's gonna offer assistance, but it sounds like you
Hell
don't
yeah.
need it.
10-4, thank you.
Of course. Mina looks at you with this bit of surprise. You... good, bruv. You be looking like a man possessed.
He looks like someone who's been better now than he has in days.
I love
After-
horses.
Boy,
She just blinks at that.
you the horse girl.
I like
Well-
horses.
Well, I like stalling, so I can't fault that. But we should be continuing on.
And let's get to it.
Oh, Tita.
Give
Give a nod
The
once to Hawk.
Hey, can I get a dog update? Actually, has it been 10 minutes
Yes.
since I cast a spell?
it'd probably be ending right now, so I'll give you one last dog update.
Oh no.
Dog update.
But before we do that dog update, let's do a badger update.
Yes!
Have to worry about other animals.
Yeah.
Actually, I would ask this to you, Romo. You just watch your goblin bodyguard crawl through a hole that is probably about only 1.5 feet in diameter. What do you do?
Well, she ain't gonna be getting in the hole.
No, not unless you have the enlarge reduce spell.
Yeah. Which unfortunately she does not. Is she able to try and like? Can she hear him on the other side of the fence?
Easily.
Would she be able to like follow him as he's going round?
You would have to maintain regular updates with each other. These privacy hedges are even more grown than they likely were in civil times.
Okay, that's fine. I shall just kind of whisper, like, just tell me where you are, Badger. What are you?
I'm right here.
Okay.
Kind of like trying to like stick something through the fence.
There is a stick.
She takes the stick. Thank you.
I wasn't trying to give it to you. I was trying to poke it through so you knew where I was.
Oh, okay. She gives it back.
My stick.
She pokes it back through.
You regain custody over the stick.
Just let me know where
Thank
you are,
you.
and I'll hopefully can find another hole or something. I can get through. I'm not getting through that one.
You don't, fortunately, as Badger, you spot, she won't need to find a hole as there is a door, albeit closed and overgrown immensely. There is a door into the garden space here.
Oh, wonderful. Is it unlocked?
There's a door over there.
Oh, okay, good. I should head over.
It is closed, unknown if it's locked or not, and overgrown with term mycelium, which is to say the quote unquote root structure of a mushroom.
Ew.
Gross.
I don't want to touch that.
And normal overgrowth in general from the hedges, but and other plant life.
Mushroom look at does it appear like there's any spores or coming
There's
from?
spores all around you right now. You guys are in the plague district. You've been
Okay,
breathing spores for the past several hours.
Fair enough. Okay, so just kind of look at. Is she able to sort of? Well, she's got her mask on, but she's got to pull up even higher anyway, just out of paranoia. If she gets her rapier, is she able to try and like cut some of it off from a distance? If she like holds it arm length or something?
No.
No. Okay.
Could you technically? Yes. Would it take you hours upon hours to clear it? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Badger, inside, by the way, the entire place is filled like a mist cloud of red sparks all around you. And the dog's barking is oh so much louder now that you're past the privacy hedges. Because that's the other thing privacy hedges do. They muffle sound.
Badger is going to like just kind of whisper out to the dog. Dog, are you here? Come here, dog. Where are you?
Here, pooch.
There is a pathway inside this place with little pavilions built, benches adorning all around the place. What looks to be other entryways into the brothel as well. The dog you're looking for is over here somewhere. It's not a clear visibility thing. There are plenty of other smaller bushes and hedges and new overgrowths populating the garden area. There is a certain weird energy about this place, though, Badger. Never, ever. Well, they are from a car, so maybe perhaps. But this is definitely a fair contender. Never, ever have you felt so afraid and threatened but also at peace and found in sanctuary and solace. It is a very weird feeling. You are trespassing somewhere which you're not meant to be in, but it welcomes you with open arms.
Like this.
You are alone.
And there's no way to get that door open without spores going everywhere.
It will be a hard task, truly. You guys can coordinate. You guys aren't lost to each other verbally, just in grasp.
How do we get you in here? I need help.
Help.
At least he owns up to it.
Yeah.
Just burn the place down. That'll get rid of the spores.
Yeah.
I mean,
Easily.
You're not technically
Technically.
wrong.
Technically true, yes.
I mean, is Ron able to just climb the fence, or would coming in contact with the mushrooms be a bad idea?
There's no grip strength that you have that could just climb a sheer 20-foot tall fence.
Yeah,
That sleek
okay, fair enough.
cylinder.
Fair enough. Okay. Is there anyone else further down the... Is there more holes? A bigger hole?
There you
go. Let's keep walking down. Maybe we'll find you something.
Okay, good. Let's go.
You guys keep walking down on the perimeter of the fence and inside the pathway here. Badger, as you're walking around, there are some mushrooms and things like that that actually burst. They spew out spores. You're 100% breathing it in, but you don't feel any worse, for the time being at least.
He will pull his burlap mask up, not knowing if it will actually help. It's burlap, it ain't helping.
Meanwhile, those of you behind the gambling hall are stood at this crossroads, we'll call it. There's an entryway into the gambling hall itself, a back door, a double set door. There is an entryway into the brothel, a singular door, and an entryway into the gardens, also a singular door, locked upon initial checking, and only barely and partially overgrown. And if any of you would have, you could easily see, if you would just look around the corner, Roma walking down this way, as there is nothing out over here. No cover. Nothing.
Yeah, if we could see her, Jin is just going to pop his hat off his head real quick and use the flagger down. Like,
Yeah.
Look over here.
I should just sort of like wave back and sort of, quickly, Badger, I see the others, they're just up ahead. I'm going to run up and see them, okay? Are you okay here?
I'm good. I think.
You think?
I think. Go. You'll hear me scream if I'm not.
Sure, okay.